Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal where things are going swimmingly. Let's not strategize a lot here, let's just blow some stuff up. A local government politician is looking for an armed escort to guide him safely to a diplomatic summit. We can assure you, any accusations of bribery and corruption are completely unfounded. While that's a shame, I am way down for some bribery. I guess when someone pays you to do a job, that's not exactly the same thing as bribery. At Three Skulls, it's hard to know exactly what the salvage situation here is going to be. What I do know is that we don't need money all that badly anymore, so I'm inclined to maybe go 2-8 on this. Yeah. Are we going to need 3 pieces of priority salvage? Maybe? I'm going to guess probably not. Let's do it. So, it is a Badlands biome. It's not a desert biome, but it is still hot. I wonder if we maybe want to change up the play a little bit here. Honestly, are these my 4 coolest running mechs right now? They legitimately might be. The Phoenix Hawk is a real heat generator. Okay, I guess this is what we're just gonna have to be very cautious with some of our stuff. I'll be real happy when we get some more big mechs in here and we have the ability to pick and choose the appropriate tools for the mission. In particular, we need to be on the lookout for something that we can configure into a relatively high damage but low heat mech. It's not going to have the same damage output as everybody else, but like LRM mechs can be a little like this if we could get something really stacked with LRMs, or even just a mech that uses a couple of autocannons and actually makes room for some heat sinks. So that when we run into a mission like this, we can have a thing that can actually fire most of its payload every turn. We don't have to try to take turns off and try to find a punch or something. Not that there's anything wrong with the punch turn. I feel like if your heat is high enough, your punch should be more effective. You hit the enemy and it just melts through some of their armor before the real impact lands.
Command interface initiated.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to get hit by a superheated king crab. Alright, the convoy's already under fire. Move to their position. Provide support. Provide support is a wonderful euphemism for kill everyone. Let's do it. Let's go kill everyone. So these guys have jump jets. The crab is actually probably going to have to go around. Oof, the crab is a bad call. Crab was a bad call for this mission. Okay, I think our path might be like up here. We could try to go through the water, but I think that's going to be even slower. Water does negatively affect your movement speed in a pretty serious way. May as well do this in the way that doesn't require firing the jets.
Don't need to tell me twice. Coordinates received.
You know, I don't hear any gunfire or anything. Are we sure they're under attack already?
What can I do for you?
Seems like maybe I actually have as much time as I want.
Affirmative, Commander.
We may have been misled slightly.
I hear ya.
Okay, my plan here was to give everybody except the Griffin a turn, so that we could like bunch up a little bit more, tighten up our grouping. But that's fine. If we've made contact with the enemy, we should probably get in here and actually fight. So all we have to do is destroy. We're not protecting any buildings or anything. We'll have to protect the convoy eventually, of course, but for right now, just blow stuff up.
Enemy detected.
You know, I thought when we bought the King Crab, we started taking on these higher difficulty missions, we would start fighting mechs that aren't locusts every once in a while. It's a very sad time for me. Alright, these guys are impossible to hit. I could jump the other way and try to work this guy over because he's got a little bit less evasion. And we could hit him with the small laser.
Engaging jump jets.
Obviously, this is going to be a bit of a heat problem. Okay. If the PPC lands, we get the kill. That's pretty much how that works.
Destroyed.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I'm a little nervous. That thing's 35 tons. It could be a fire starter.
Waiting for orders.
I sort of want to have tire fire instead of shooting. I'm going to have her run forward and just do a sensor lock. We need to know. Okay, it's a Jenner. That's
Skipper?
less bad. If that's a fire starter, I would have had to prioritize that pretty highly. Can you make it back up onto the hill? You can, but it doesn't actually give you vision of the Jenner. Well, I think still do it.
Subject.
And then that Jenner has bulwark up, so we're going to bypass that with our breaching shot. And then also one of you guys gets shot at. I don't know that it matters who.
I'm on him.
It's actually pretty good for a 60% hit rate.
Good to go.
Alright, the crab can get into large laser range. But it's probably not worth doing, honestly. I'm just going to run.
Turbo.
Right, now the Jenner is potentially going to put like an actual amount of damage into the Griffin, right? Jenners are pretty dangerous for a mech of their size. However, it's also going to heat itself up considerably doing so. We might not have to endure a second volley. Did go all out. We lost 5 structure on an arm. Not a big deal.
Armor breached. Internal
Oh,
damage.
yeah, what's the internals on that arm look like? Nothing. There's nothing over there. Okay. Well, the Jenner obviously has to die.
Confirmed.
Good news, it hardly moved at all before firing. You know what, I'll even precision strike. Let's really make sure we get this thing.
Engage target.
Uh-huh.
Why can I not click on this? I think the capture zone line was occluding my ability to click there.
That. Firing on target.
How are you not dead? Has 6 head health left. Alright, so that was a head hit plus a side torso explosion plus a knockdown, which means he is at very little health. I bet the pilot only has 1 health left. I want to see if we can finish it off with the crab. Oh, we definitely can finish it off with the crab. Because I really want to, I really want to just punch a locust. Let's not bother with either of the UACs, either of the autocannons. We'll just go here. If either of these hit center, he dies.
Should have run when you had the chance.
Alright. Oh, I don't have a... I guess I can't... Despite the fact that I'm trying to move through this building would collapse it immediately, I do not get to do that.
Engaging jump jets.
So I guess we'll just do this instead. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and... Let's give him everything. Why not?
Enemy mech destroyed.
I think it's important to make an occasional show of force. The Griffin's already getting a little torn up here, like, to the degree where I'm getting a little nervous.
Engaging physical attack.
Yeah, we're down to 27 armor on the center torso. That's not good. That arm is almost off.
No damage detected.
Ready to rock. Affirmative.
Okay, that part was easy enough. I assume we're going to fight like a real lance of enemies
Bye-bye.
coming up here shortly. And I do not like the Griffin going into this with so little health already. Or, yeah, with so much armor lost already.
On my way. Uh-huh.
so hard to get the crab to actually go anywhere. Alright, we secured the area around the position. They're making their way toward the extract. Where is the extraction point? Evac's over there. Okay. That's going to be tough for the crab. If we don't follow closely, I think they'll stop and wait for us to catch up. But I'm not sure about enemy spawns. Like, it might be the case that the enemies that we're going to have to fight are already spawned. So they may come for us. Basically what I'm saying is I think we probably don't actually have the option of waiting here. Do a little bit of a shortcut. Yeah, okay, they're already present.
You betcha. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I mean, at the very least, it has the large lasers, right? We can fight with this thing from a distance. It's just going to be somewhat inefficient. The amount of damage for all of the effort we put to get that damage together is going to feel a little bad. Jump around quite a bit, thanks to the water. So that's a Jenner, and that's a fire starter. The fire starter is not super dangerous this turn. It's going to take a little while for it to get into position to really be harmful to me. Okay, that's a good start. I probably should have turned myself a little bit more. I thought, you know what, we'll kill the Jenner and then my left arm will be pretty far away from everybody else, but I could have turned another, like, 45 degrees, probably. Could have and probably should have. You get up on... No, I'm not allowed to stand up here. Okay.
Critical hit.
5. Man, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping we would be done with that thing.
Waiting on you, Commander.
You'd start focusing on the fire starter.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Well, which weapons go where? How about we give all of the LRMs to the Jenner and everything else to this guy. Oh wait, sorry, the Jenner is target A.
You get a headshot,
And then if this doesn't do the job, we still have the large lasers from the crab, but I would prefer to focus those elsewhere. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't have fired the large laser. It's probably the case that the UAC plus UAC with breaching shot was the right way to go. These things are all just Slipner APCs with the 2 medium lasers.
waiting for orders.
Probably not going to be super helpful. Yeah, I'm going to continue running up behind them, actually. This will motivate them to drive as fast as they possibly can. Nobody wants to get stepped on. Man, I really do hate the way they love to get into mineral fields. I think we gotta try our best to break this guy down as fast as possible, right? Right now, he's the only way they have vision of us. We can really limit the effective damage output of this enemy team. Never mind, the Griffin caught up with me. It has large enough weapons to be potentially a real problem for the convoy.
Acknowledged.
That's really a lot more center torso health than I would like you to have. You know what? I'm not going to do this with him. Let's do a multi-target.
Let's see what you got.
See if we can soften this guy up a little bit, and then on Tire Fire's turn, we will decide whether or not we want to do a precision strike. Because if we don't have to, obviously, it would be better to do a multi-shot and split some fire off onto the Griffin. But she has the actual aim to just make this happen, if we need to make this happen. We probably do. Okay. Let's precision strike him. We're going to turn off the UAC because it needs a rest.
Special delivery.
You know, you hope it's going to go that well. You can never really rely on it, though. The APCs are really taking their time. I don't know what those two are doing driving up on the ridge like that. Are they actually going to be able to go around? Oh, yeah, that looks like it'll work.
I hear ya.
Seems like a really bad idea, though.
Moving out.
I'm just going to go ahead and take some shots here. 2 large lasers is, like, still an amount of damage that you have to be a little scared of. So you're just a panther. You have 1 large laser. I think I'm going to focus on the panther for right now. It's close to get my good... Oof. Even with me being that close, we don't get good shot percentages. I mean, it's the panther, right? So we just want to take out the side, and that will remove all of its offensive capability. And you know what? It's not that heavily armored, though. I'm gonna back up here. There we go. We might be able to just core it. Yeah, have faith. Have faith in the power of the super shotgun. The funny thing is, I'm calling that the super shotgun, and I think that's a pretty reasonable name for it, but it might honestly be our second best shotgun. Maybe our third, even. Might be the case that each of the Crab's autocannons is a better shotgun.
Copy that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Sure do love stability damage.
On my way.
Alright, once again, precision. I want to go for a headshot. I'm trying to think. What's our salvage here? It's probably like a piece of this griffin, and I'm not even super excited about the griffin. I guess let's see if we can get the headshot.
Got it.
We actually did... I think we clipped it with an autocannon shot. Yeah, it has 12 health left. Because if we could drop him by destroying his head, then 3 pieces of salvage go into the pool. Would not be terrible. These APCs are going to take,
Good
like...
to go.
It's going to take them forever to get into position. Do I want to just delete him? No, let's just stay on laser mode. We're going to try right here. We're going to
What can I
have
do for ya?
tire fire, target his head again. He has 12 health left, so I'm going to turn off the UAC. If we destroy his head, but then also destroy the center torso in the same shot, it does still only leave us 1 point of salvage. So I'm trying not to overcommit here, and if she doesn't get the headshot, then we just, I'm going to turn all these off.
Tell me what to do.
If she doesn't get the headshot, we'll just kill him normally. She did, in fact, kill the center torso. Both those went center. Ah, well. Because that is a different Griffin model than the one that we have, I think. Maybe, actually. I don't know the loadout, the stock loadout, well enough. We do have energy hardpoints, obviously, because we have the PPC on them. It might actually be the same Griffin. So it might be the case that that salvage is worth almost nothing to us. I should probably make a list. It was very helpful for me last time when I made a list. So we just run up to here. I don't know that there's actually any combat left. It could be the case that we killed everything already. And it just is going to not let us end the mission quickly. It happens sometimes. And I mean, you have to... So part of me is like, hey, if I killed all the enemies, just hit end. Right?
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
But if you do that, then every single time that a situation like this happens and the mission doesn't immediately end, you are telling me for sure there are more enemies. If you want to, as a designer, be able to maintain any kind of tension or ambiguity, you have to make this happen. Okay. Turns out there were more units anyway.
The package will be on its way soon.
Those guys are pretty close to us. Cicada, spider, and something small. That cicada. A cicada is like a as the Jenner is to the locust, the cicada is to the Jenner in theory, and like in terms of weight class. But unfortunately, the cicada has garbage weapon mounts and is just kind of a bad mech overall. I guess it's actually flea is to locust, and then locust is to cicada, but do we want to just jump in? Oh yeah, also the cicada moves on 3, which is just like, boy, that's a lot worse. Don't really want to let this commando in behind me. You know what, it'll be okay. I'm just trying to keep my damaged arm away from the enemy. So we're going to throw us a precision strike on this guy and see if we can't just gut him before his turn.
Yup.
I would say that's a pretty damn good start.
Roger that, Commander.
I think I'm going to split fire here. Mostly to get a point of evasion off of the commando.
Engage multiple targets.
Enough. Ah, no, okay. We did enough stability damage there to knock him down, I think. But he wasn't in the unsteady state at the beginning of my shot. And you can't knock someone down unless they were. That's like sort of the point of the unsteady state, is to give you a little bit of a buffer against knockdown attacks.
Got it.
Alright, we definitely don't need to fire very much at you. The large laser's going in. Do we want to put the UAC in against him? Maybe? If we do that, we can probably put the large laser somewhere else. Yeah, let's go. Turn everything on. UAC on the cicada for sure. Large laser on the spider. And then I don't know, man. It probably doesn't matter all that much.
Got it.
I am perhaps over-considering, given the difficulty of these enemies. That said, you know, like, taking the enemy seriously is broadly a good idea. You guys seriously didn't even make it in this turn? Wait until next turn to be able to evac?
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Alright. Going full blast here.
Firing everything I've got.
Hey, what a surprise. It turns out, you put that much metal in the air, something happens. Something will get accomplished. Alright, that melee attack almost certainly would have done nothing, but I'm still happy it missed. See how you like it. Well, I don't think he liked that very much at all, in fact.
Skipper.
It's not actually a better shot. Never mind.
Here we go.
Our shot here is extremely obstructed, but I guess the little bit of height advantage offsets that pretty well.
I need a new target.
Okay, now are we good?
Stabilizing.
The objective is secure, Commander.
We're gonna throw another lance in there, or maybe we're just gonna sit here and be in suspense about it? Okay.
Mission successful.
So part of the difficulty with figuring out what your team can actually handle is that the difficulty levels are just wrong sometimes, right? Sometimes you get a mission and the difficulty of the mission doesn't match the number of skulls in any way. But another part of the problem is that the game considers 12 very weak mechs to be, in the sort of the same class of difficulty as a couple of very good mechs. But the fact is, we could fight an almost infinite number of locusts and stuff. That mission turned out to be very, very easy. Plus crit small laser, or medium laser, I don't think that's not great. I mean, I guess let's take the cicada part, because we don't have any of those. I think we have finished versions of everything else here. Again, I'll make that list. I'll figure out exactly what we're still missing, and we will refer to it at loot time. Because there are definitely some holes we're going to have to patch in our smalls, the number of small chassis we've collected. I'm sure we don't have everything. In particular, I think there's no way we have all three. I believe there are 3 different versions of the Commando. There's no way we have all 3 of those. Got locusts coming out of our ears, though. So how bad was the damage to that Centurion? Or sorry, to the Griffin, I mean. 30 points of structure off of there, but nothing else even got pierced, right? Yeah, I think I'm comfortable sending it back into the field. There are no more 3 skulls left. We have a couple of 2.5s. Unfortunately, a couple of 2.5s that pay very poorly. We've discovered a facility where pirate researchers have developed a new computer virus that targets the control mechanisms of our mechs. Get one of your mechs within range, download the virus into its system, sound like a great idea, then extract the infected carrier mech. We could probably do that, and it's a Tundra mission, so our mechs will actually work here. There's very little cash available, which makes me kind of want to just take this as primarily salvage, but then again, how many pieces of actually valuable salvage are there going to be? I'm going to leave it like this. And yeah, we'll just send out the exact same squad. We should be able to knock out the rest of this planet very, very easily. And then I don't really have a plan. There are other flashpoints around, and obviously, getting flashpoint rewards is cool, but we don't need to be in a hurry on that. Maybe what we're doing is looking for a nearby world with an interesting difficulty level and also a black market, because we've managed to put together quite a bit of cash here. Adrar has been very, very good to us. Maybe we could get a second king crab. Or, you know what I would really like, actually, is if we could find another store with one of those mortars in it. I would love to play around with an actual area weapon. Especially against, these hordes of small mechs we're always facing. I feel like a mortar would do the job very quickly. Yang, they will be perfectly safe. We'll scrub the command software once they're on board the Leopard. The virus won't even get near the Argo or the mech bay. Yeah, you're goddamn right we will. We need to move within range of the facility, pick up a virus signal, order a mech into the region, and just download an infection into the giant robot that we are reliant on for survival. Seems like a very solid plan to me. I don't know what Yang's so upset about.
I'm there.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Kinda hate this
Coordinates
terrain.
received.
Not so bad for everybody, but the crab's gonna have a hell of a time with this.
Engaging jump jets.
Acknowledge.
You betcha.
Could try to go down through the trees. It's hard to know. There's a slope running up here. It's hard to know if that's gonna be faster or not. I think I'm gonna have the crab try to stay low.
Enemy detected.
Uh-huh. On my way.
That's a shame. You guys fight that enemy for a while. Maybe the crab will show up in I don't know, 6 or 7 months. You know what? It's pretty cold out. I think we can afford to jump. Jump forward into the trees. You have here a C9AL, something else down there. Wow. Not even close to an armor breach, it looks like.
Ready to rock.
You know what? I'm going to reserve down here.
Roger that.
I want to see what else they're bringing to bear. Okay, so something with a large laser. Single large laser. That doesn't really tell us a lot. Awful lot of mechs. Let's see what this 2 does. Okay, so that 2 is a 75-ton. That's an interesting one. That
Confirmed.
might be worth trying to take down in a way that preserves some of that salvage. There's no reason not to jump when the jump takes you slightly further, because this mech's heat is not a problem even under normal circumstances.
Waiting on you, Commander.
You, on the other hand, don't even get any benefit from jumping because you don't have enough jets.
Tell me what to do.
Ah, we didn't quite get him
When I
unsteady.
shoot
That's a
you'll
shame.
Take it and like it. Waiting for orders.
Alright, so we're running over some geothermals. Not a big deal, but if we were already hot,
Max speed?
these would
No.
slow down our heat sinking. Unlike the radiation fields and stuff, these do not actually cause heat themselves. Alright, well, I think we probably want to engage here. Get up to 5 evasion. That seems like the right thing to do. We are definitely going to have to vent. What is that thing? Oh, that's what a Marauder actually looks like? That's a weird-looking mech. It's neat, though. Okay, so, if we were going to try to bring a whole bunch of it home, we probably want to start with the legs. I mean, a lot of it's going to come down to just trying to knock its head off. Where are the weapons placed? They're all in the arms, except for the autocannon, which is on the right torso. Ooh, it has a fancy command mod. Also, the left torso destroys the AC-5 effectively as well, because that's where all the ammo is. So it doesn't really matter where we shoot, just kind of that we shoot. I missed entirely with the PPC. That's a real shame. That's a ton of damage to just go nowhere.
Yup.
Got a hatchet man up there, which is not exactly terrifying. Certainly be a lot worse.
You got it.
Maybe we want to take care of it now before it gets worse. Is the autocannon? Yeah, the autocannon's on the other side. You know what? It's probably not worth shooting at.
Affirmative.
So we might be able to knock the Marauder over. Honestly, if it's got Bulwark up, knocking it down might be a viable strategy for dealing damage.
I hear ya.
We're getting so little damage through to the pilot. Or we're getting so little damage through to the actual structure of the mech. Part of me wants to... Yeah, part of me wants to, like, have the crab go at it and knock it over, and then have the Centurion with Tire Fire and her called Shot Mastery try to just pluck his head out, but unfortunately he is going to get a turn between then and now. So I guess let's just have at him. Maybe we turn off the large laser. Just generate all of the stability damage here. Knock the pilot down, knock the mech down, get a point of damage on the pilot, and then see what we can do from there. Here's hoping this guy does not have 5 health. Although, frankly, the odds of him having 5 health are very, very high. Alright, that was a little harrowing. That could have been safer.
What can I do for ya?
And then the King Crab can move up and just reapply a whole bunch of structure damage. Turn off the lasers for a second here.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Look at that. Oh, and we tapped his head with one of the LBX shots. I think we might be able to get a pilot kill here.
I'm losing armor bad.
Alright, let's have...
Confirmed.
Tire Fire can just put a single LRM-5 into him and drop him. So we need to focus... probably on the other Centurion. Their Centurion is our next most important target. So let's go multi-target. Give you everything except one LRM-5.
Line them up and I'll shoot them down, Commander.
So that is 3 points of pilot damage. He's going to get back up on his one phase, and then we're just going to put him right back on his ass for a 4th point, and hopefully that's going to do the job. But I think we got to try to finish off the Centurion quickly here. Kind of want to move toward the center. We want to hit him in his front arc. I think I might just want to walk. It's a little bit dangerous in terms of making me easy to hit, but... do I want to try to damage the Centurion? You know what? I'm actually really torn here. Yeah, maybe the right play is let's put some damage into the Centurion. Or into the Marauder. And try to kill him faster. We blow off one of the side torso sections, we do more pilot damage. This is a real fight, though. This is
I'm catching some serious shit here.
an actually dangerous enemy lance. So what do we leave his side torso sections at? That one is low and also has stuff in it, has ammo in it. So I guess we got to determine: are we going to try to bring this guy down? Blowing off the right side only removes. It still leaves him with 50 damage worth of lasers and 40 damage worth of missiles. But it definitely helps. I wish I could get into a better arc for shooting at him. I'm going to try to get the Marauder here. Let's back you up enough. Actually, I mean, I want to back up into the trees, of course. Maybe this is the move? Try to put a hill between me and some of them? We just don't really have a lot of good options, unfortunately. That's 3 evasion. It's going to have to be good enough. The left leg of this mech is a little damaged, so we do this. Then we go... maybe I go for the AC-5 now, because anybody could blow this up later, but actually my accuracy is low enough that I probably should. That's too much center torso damage. There's 107 health left. I really, really, really don't want to destroy this mech. Which means that maybe the crab doesn't fire at it. Ooh. No way to get out of here that doesn't take me through the geothermal. Ah, well. Yeah, maybe the crab's focused on other people. Like that Centurion. Can I get in his... nope, I just barely cannot get in his right firing arc. Alright, well...
Moving out.
this is the only real move. And then I try to just put him down. We could try to take out the Hatchet Man. Hatchet Man is definitely less well armored. But I think I actually don't want to spend Resolve. The thing is, if I don't spend Resolve, I'm going to miss some of my attacks here. I guess the Centurion's the one we go after because he's the one where I'm likely to actually be able to make contact.
Firing everything I've got. Want some more, huh?
Alright, well, we disconnected some of the weapons. Okay, good. Pulling them into a crab focus is definitely what we want to do.
Try.
Maybe I spooked them.
Yep.
Like, the best case scenario is that they feel the crab is a thing they have to shoot first. This is actually kind of a problem. With the Marauder where he is, I can't precision strike him with anything other than my LRMs. She is the one who needs to be able to do it because she's the one who can actually aim. No offense, everybody else, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, that lessens the odds of us getting him alive. Okay, how about this? Instead of that, we have this Centurion make it over to his side arc, and we... Yeah, that's not horrible. Not great, though. This is the only one of... Yeah, of all the spaces I can move to, this is the only one that puts me where I need to be. I'll again keep the right side
Lifting off.
facing the enemies. On, blow up.
Reporting. Critical hit.
You're kidding me, he's still alive. Of course he has 5 health. Ah. Well, that's gonna make this hard. Good news is, that did disable some of his weapon systems. Does 107 health. If we could take out his leg, that would definitely do something. Maybe I jump down to here and give him a salvo from this side. If the leg or the side torso goes, he should die.
Engaging jump jets.
I'm not going to be able to hit him with everything, though. Oh, you're going to have to turn off the PPC. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. We might well be able to get that leg. Okay, this knockdown will be a 5th point of pilot damage.
Critical damage detected.
Okay. I don't know if that's going to be 3 pieces of salvage or 2. I think it's going to be 3 pieces of salvage into the pool, but I'm not 100% sure because we took off one of the side torso parts.
I hear ya.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So who is the next most problem? The next most problem is what I was about to say, because that's a totally English way to express that
What
thought.
can I do for ya?
Who is the next most problem? This guy's dead, right? The crab's gonna punch him in half. Actually, the crab's probably not gonna be able to kill him. But maybe we start in on the Hatchet Man now, because we can remove a relatively large amount of damage with a relatively small amount of our own damage. So let's go like this.
You get a headshot.
And maybe knock the
You get a
Centurion
headshot.
over. Yep. Make him real easy to kill at the beginning of next turn. We just start stacking it up.
Good to go.
So now, with the crab, we must decide. Do we shoot this Wolverine point blank in the back with all of the most powerful weaponry that our lance has to offer? Or do we just throw a 125 damage punch and hope to get lucky? I think we shoot him. Try to angle this such that if I miss, it doesn't doesn't kill our Griffin.
All weapons are go.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen. Even a couple of misses still make that pretty likely. Ooh, the Hatchet Man comes in with the big axe and very nearly strips the left leg off the Griffin from full health.
Internal damage.
That could have been a lot worse, though. So
Confirm.
who's gonna kill this Hatchet Man? Probably this guy's pretty poorly suited to the task.
I'm there.
I think we'll just go after the Centurion with him.
Target down.
Alright, now all we have to do is hit this hatchet man with one aimed shot
For orders.
so that we know he goes after us on the next turn, and I think that's it. I think that will be the thing.
Got it.
Even if we didn't kill him with this, he'd be in real rough shape to survive the whole next sequence of turns. Sorry, I meant no. Move, punch. There we go.
Engaging physical attack.
You definitely need to just like take a break from shooting on some of these mechs. Heat buildup is getting a little bit absurd.
Good to go. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
And that right there is a whole lot of stop. Did you miss? Did you miss the stationary enemy laying down on the ground? I wish I could say that I can't believe it.
Physical attack.
Piloting a giant robot is probably more complicated than it looks, and it probably looks pretty complicated, so I guess we can give you a little bit of a break on that. But only a little bit. We are definitely going to make fun of you about it forever. Hold on, I clicked his leg.
I'm on him.
There we go.
Enemy eliminated.
Oh yeah, then we have a mission to do, right. Kind of forgot about that part. That was a fun fight, though. That's kind of what I was hoping. The kind of stuff I was hoping was going to happen as we moved up in difficulty. You'll see enemy lances that are actually a little bit dangerous.
10-4.
BattleTech is, without a doubt, at its best when every fight is a slugfest where you potentially could really lose things. And yeah, I think it makes sense for the Griffin to be the one who downloads the virus, because the Griffin is so fast. Alright. You don't need instruments to follow a giant titanium battle mech. Just eyeball it, Meyer. Alright, so we gotta get it back out to there. Well then, the other mechs are not going to follow it up the hill.
The asset is in hand, Commander.
Okay, never mind.
Good work.
I thought there was a good chance that we were going to get another spawn, probably another one of those little tiny reinforcement lances with like a Jenner and a Locust. But okay, I feel pretty good about that, and I feel pretty good about our loot decisions as well. Excuse me. So yeah, 3 pieces of that 75-ton Marauder. Definitely worth all the work we put in. And we might get lucky and pull the Wolverine here. We did not. They gave us every other piece of mech salvage. Well, that's a shame. Plus 10 damage medium laser, though, is actually really great. Yeah, man, what a good mission. I was a little annoyed when I saw how low the pay on some of these was, but I would like to rescind my previous feelings of annoyance. Things are actually going super, super well. So I think there's one more 2.5 skull mission here. We should knock that out, and then I can do the 2 skulls off camera or something. You know, we could probably just knock these out real fast at the beginning of next episode, actually. Because 2 skulls is still a high enough difficulty where something could happen. We perform a substantial amount of scientific research here in Adrar. Canopian forces have been sabotaging our stations, stretching our defenses thin. Just learned that their ultimate target is a key scientist in our weapons development program. Launched an assault that we believe is intended to capture her. We need you to reach the facility she's stationed at and extract her to safety. There is no way that I have time to get there if they've already launched the assault. I am a little worried about our mech health, because we're starting to suffer some attrition here, right? This is one thing I really like about the game as well, is the way that like damage builds up over time, and then you have to find some downtime in which to get repairs going. So yeah, that left leg took a big hit. The whole left side of the Griffin is pretty torn up. We could, I suppose, bring the Phoenix Hawk instead. That's a pretty big damage difference, though. The Griffin is super powerful. But losing the Griffin, especially like potentially losing that PPC, would be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, let's try this with the Phoenix Hawk instead. So at 2.5 skulls, I have no idea what we're looking at in terms of salvage. I think we'll Let's take 3 pieces of priority, just in case another really good mech shows up. And we might want to start bringing in some of the B team on some of the stuff. You know what? We'll consider that for the 2 skull missions for next episode. For right now, let's just stick with the most powerful squad. The Phoenix Hawk has some... Yeah, it has some alright weaponry. It has some okay damage output. It's definitely less powerful, but we're just gonna have to make do. It certainly helps that Returned has Uhlenfent. I put an AC-2 on it, not because I wanted the extra range that the AC-2 provides, but because it's a 45-ton mech and there just wasn't room on the chassis for a bigger gun. So, we might find this to be kind of unimpressive. But remember, it's getting bonus damage from jumping. So the damage isn't quite as low as it looks, and we'll just have to stay mobile and make sure we're hitting enemies in the places where they are actually weak. Fortunately, Returned does have pretty good aim.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, this is an in and out mission. Locate the scientist and retrieve her. Get to the research facility, take control of one of your mechs, and then bring her to the evac zone. Got it. Sounds easy.
This whole planet could use an air conditioner.
That's... Thank you, Cruz.
I'm rolling.
Have to be a really big air conditioner. You would mount it in a hole in the ozone, right?
On my way.
Just vent all of the hot air out into space. I will say, another thing that I do like about the Phoenix Hawk is that it's really fast. It's about as fast as the Griffin. It's not like we didn't upgrade our fastness, but ooh. These are some real enemies. Wow. I'm a little surprised, actually, by the danger that is posed here. These are really serious. So the Cataphract is a big, powerful mech. I would love to take home 3 pieces of either one of these. Let's see, this guy is all autocannons, and he does have an ammo bin in his center torso. So we might want to just try to gut him if we can. Let's see, how far back can I fall while maintaining firing range? It's no further back than here. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm out of range of the Cataphract as much as possible.
Engaging jump jets.
But yeah, I think we want to just fire dead center on this guy. Hope to make a hole in the that center torso quickly.
Ready to rock.
Because if we can knock him out via a center torso destruction, obviously that doesn't let us get a very much loot, but we can focus on trying to take home 3 pieces of the Cataphract instead. As much as I love good, efficient looting strategy, we do also have to survive the
What
fight.
can I do for you? I read you, Commander. Moving out. Roger that. Firing on target.
Alright, we've got him open.
Critical hit.
104. Or the first time we get a crit. Ooh.
Damage minimal.
The Phoenix Hawk is not super well armored either. It's a thing worth noting. Oof. It's a lot of damage, but fortunately it's very spread out.
I'm catching some serious shit here, Commander.
Waiting on you, Commander.
4 weapons that do a combined 100 damage are a lot worse than 1 weapon that does a total of 100 damage. For the reasons you just saw there. I actually can't get a frontal firing arc on him. Well, that's an annoying thing to be true. You know what? I think I'm just going to sprint forward then. I don't think it's even worth the King Crab shooting at him. Alright, so Phoenix Hawk needs to jump over. We need to be in a place where the Cataphract can't even see us.
Engaging jump jets.
And then we just precision strike his center and...
All weapons committed.
Oh.
Confirm.
2? Really? We left him at 2 health?
Waiting
Alright,
for
here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Tire Fire Centurion move far enough forward to be able to see the other enemy. Yeah, we need to establish line of sight on him. And then that way we can do a split shot. We can clean this guy up with the LRM-20 from the other mech. How are we going to... What's my plan here, actually? We might not be able to take home 3 pieces of this guy. He's not tough enough to survive the amount of punishment we put into the Marauder. It might be 1 piece Jaeger mech, 1 piece Cataphract, and then something else. Because there are going to be more mechs, right? I guess for right now, let's just hit him with everything, see what opens up.
Orders?
Need to move to, like, here. Make sure we're firing at the front of the mech. Oh. Never mind. Can't split fire the way I wanted to there because I do not have direct line of sight on Cataphract. And I was certainly not going to go just autocannon on the Jaeger mech. There's way too high a chance that it hits something that doesn't matter. Ow. That's some very serious damage.
Structural damage.
You know, we might not even do the 2 skull missions here because of the fact that we might need to stop and repair, and it may work out to be more efficient to just leave the planet, go somewhere else, and do the repairs while we're running. We could try to just take his leg. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go hard for his leg with all weapons. And then we'll... Wow, I got very little damage through to that leg.
Want some more? Huh?
But we did injure the pilot while also dramatically increasing his instability, so...
Yep.
Show me direct fire.
Affirmative.
Want to aim anywhere in particular? Not really. I don't want to strip his center, but I also don't know that I want to spend the... I don't think I want to spend. Let's just go ahead and fire. Wow. Accidentally hit him in the head with an autocannon. That'll help. So that's 3 points of pilot damage. Yeah, I have to admit to some degree of surprise on that one. So... I definitely want to shoot him while he's down, right? See, this is my left side. I always forget whether the image of the mech down there is mirrored or not.
On my way.
I don't know why. I can't keep that straight. Alright, we're going to go to the head, and we're going to not fire everything. Turn off a bunch of stuff. He has 16 head health left, but he also is only 1 or 2 health on the pilot, so I'm hoping that we just damage the pilot out here. I did not get a headshot. Try to do this in a way that doesn't lead to me getting killed, but also doesn't require me to build up any more heat than absolutely necessary. We're definitely going to coolant vent. Phoenix Hawk runs hot. So... we call to the torso here. We can certainly make him less dangerous. If we destroy this part of his torso, though, we go down to 2 pieces of potential salvage. And I would love to get a Cataphract. I'm just going to try to get lucky here. Every one of my weapons does enough damage to kill the head. There's a 4% chance with each of them. Just roll the dice. No head hit. Okay, no big surprise. What's your play? Your play is continue fighting that Centurion. Well, you certainly are a lot less dangerous than you used to be. Probably the right move is to take his leg. Vent my coolant here real quick. We don't want to shoot everything. Even with the coolant vent, I can't shoot everything. So he has 105 leg health and only 5... Oh, never mind. I'm just going to kill him. There's no way I do this without killing the pilot. We'll turn off most of the weapons. Yeah, we'll just hit him with this.
Tell me what to do.
I guess all of the shots from the Phoenix Hawk hit the center or something. Alright, we are going to intentionally not move the mission forward.
Coolant system.
Resting my mech. Got it.
There we go. Okay, now everybody's chilled out. I think we should probably... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put the scientist in the Phoenix Hawk. I was thinking maybe that's a bad idea, but the speed is probably the safest place. The speed is a place, you
Coordinates
know?
received.
I've read The Flash.
Coordinates received.
The asset has been secured and is ready
Oh,
for retrieval.
that was the whole mission. It was just 2 enemy mechs. Weird. Okay, well, so I guess our 3 pieces of priority salvage are the mech bits and then 1 weapon. Hopefully one of them had a plus weapon on them or something. That was a strange one, though, huh? Plus crit AC2, and that's it? Well, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not overjoyed about it exactly, but I'll take it. Couple of AC5s, couple medium lasers. At this point, we should conduct all of our transactions in medium lasers. I think that's the most sensible currency. So I think we've rooted out all of the potentially really rough missions here, but as you saw, like we just did over the course of last episode and this one, a bunch of missions of pretty similar difficulty, and actually saw a pretty wide spread of enemy compositions and stuff, so you never can quite tell. That's going to be it for us for today, but come back next time when we're going to quickly knock out a couple of 2 skulls that, fingers crossed, might surprise us. I screwed this sentence up. I inserted clauses. Here's the thing. Missions tomorrow. Could be hard, might be bad, could be good. Who knows? See you then.